So I'm not 100% done yet, but I've got most of it in place. I still have to put a cover on it, so I'll add a covering over that whole thing. I think I'm going to use vinyl gutter downspout, because if I use downspout from a gutter, it's cheap. So if I use the 3" by 4", it'll go around the whole thing, cover it, look good. So I got that up there, got that complete and functional. Got to take down the temporary shelf piece that I used for installing it. So I'm going to put the thermostat on this post in the middle of the garage. It says it's supposed to be within 16 feet of the indoor unit and in line of sight, because it's a infrared kind. So it's almost exactly 16 feet away if I put it here. So I'll put it here. So I'm going to put it up about here. So a little over 5 foot up. And it has 2 emitters, it says, inside here. And so it'll have line of sight, I think, even if we park one of the taller vehicles back here. And so I'm just going to put the screws here. Just get a level line. Okay. I need to get the spacing correct. I think since those are held in there pretty good, I should be able to just kind of poke them on that line or drag them on that line to scratch a line on there. I'll just kind of poke them on there. Okay, then I'll double check the measurement. And it's pretty soft wood here, so it goes in pretty easily. I don't know how deep it needs to go. Okay, get the other one. Probably should have pre-drilled. Oh well, hopefully it didn't move too much. If it did, I'll move it to a new location. Just bring it up or down a little bit. Okay, let's see if that. All right, that should work. And then, so if I press, if I bring this up maybe, okay. I can press on. There it goes. And now that piece over there. Dun dun dun. Ta-da! I'm going to test it by making it go up higher. Okay. If that calls for heat, I assume the outdoor unit will start first to get some warmth in there. Okay. Okay, the outdoor unit is starting now. It is running. And there it comes on. Okay. It's on very low, which is just what I want. Boy, with the wind blowing outside, you can barely even hear this. It's super quiet even from this distance. Oh, cool. The little vent things. I think they move around too. I think you can program them. Wow, that is nice. Just measure it to get a rough idea so I can get it pretty close to parallel. And then about the same. And just let it get pretty close to that wall. I'll go ahead and cut that, and then I'll be able to measure that side. Trim it off just a little bit more. I could probably use a razor blade knife to clean it up. So, I'm going to try to get the same angle, and then try to get the length. I'll probably take a couple of different cuts to get it right, because I want to leave it a little bit long first, and then I'll cut it down until I get it just about right. Okay, so I'm going to cut that a little bit long first, and then test it. Then I think I left, I tried to leave this about a 1/4 inch long so that I can trim it down. Okay, it's definitely long, that's good. It might even be more than a 1/4 inch long. Again, I'd rather have it too long to start out with. Okay, I'll try cutting it down. Cut it down a bit. And then check. Oh, that looks pretty good. Okay, now I need to get it around all that. So I'm scoring down the edge like that, so I can open it up and slide it up over the pipe, and then I'll screw this to the wall. This is the downspout, and after it's cut, you can spread it open, wrap it around the line set, and then to kind of squish it down, you can drill this back piece and then screw it right into the wall, and then this piece, this top, can just pop right up over that, and it rests right on it. And again, when that's screwed in, it makes a nice little lip. It's very firm. Okay, so that I'll be able to put up there and then screw it in. So I'm going to pre-drill some holes and put it up on the wall. Okay, just set that aside for now. So I'll pre-drill some holes in here so I'm ready to screw it to the wall. Alright, so pre-drilled some holes along that edge. Now I'll be able to slide that up under there and then screw it into place. So I need to take this down, okay, and take that screw off. Okay, this should support itself fine. Might sag a little bit, but it shouldn't be too bad. Okay. I think I need to warm this area up still and bend it out a little bit for that, because that was the plan. I should probably do that before I put it in place. I'm just trying to bend this area out a little bit for the end that goes through the wall, because it's just a touch more than 2 inches away, or 3 inches. This is 3 by 4, and that's about 3 1/4. Well, that warms up quickly. So. Should have had 2 gloves. So I can kind of push that in there. But that didn't take a lot of heat, so if I need to do some more while it's in place, I think I can do that. It just flares it out just a little bit. Okay, well, now I'm going to try to tuck it up under there. That's going to be a challenge. Better get rid of these tools before they bump them off of there. They plummet to their dooms. Let's see how I can do this. The length is good. Yeah, it should fit in there. Yeah, it should fit in there quite nicely. That's going to be a challenge for sure. Okay, let's see if I can start at one end perhaps. Okay, got that started there. Hello. Could you, come down and assist me, please?
Yes, I can.
Quickly. Thanks.
Lift with your legs on your back.
Well, I'm already here. Come on up here.
Oh, lift with your legs, not with your back. Quickly.
Thank you. Hold this up. Whew. Somebody didn't plan on enough hands here. That's not doing it. Okay, the little wood ruler that is over by the door, that's where it was, by the way. The ruler, I couldn't remember. Okay. Holy moly. Now I need to put some screws in it. Oh, that looks good. That looks better than bad. It looks good. Okay, now help me with screws, please. They're on your bumper and the drill things down there. I'm gonna set this here. I have one of those. Let's see if I can get that in there. I'm happy with that. I'll be able to do that again in the next section over, and it'll be even faster because I'll know what I'm doing a little bit more. Wow, yeah, I like the look of that. Okay, power on. Okay, now if it goes below 66, the heat will start. Yeah, it really does a pretty decent job. This looks really nice here too. It looks better with this ductwork piece around it than it did before. So here's the MrCool in the garage, and then it goes through the wall into the pantry, and then it goes through the pantry to the outside. Go show that. So that's the downspout covering that I put on just a little while ago in the garage. And then it comes through the wall into the pantry, across the side wall of the pantry, and goes out the wall to the outside. So I'll put the same kind of downspout covering on it because it's really cheap. It'll be a little bit different, but at first I need to finish the condensate line. So I have the little trap here, and then it'll come out and then go down to the ground. Now I'm going to add another hole below those to get the condensate line out, because I just can't get it out that same hole very well. And I've got just enough room, if I measured right, below those lines to get a hole just big enough for the PVC to go out. So I'm going to put a hole right about there and straight out through. I can't go any further to the right because that's where the studs are. I can't go up obviously because I need to be downhill, so that leaves that one spot. So I think it'll work. So that's where I'm going to try. So that's my plan, is to tuck it tight under there. Probably going to hit some of the foam, but there's not a lot I can do about that. Okay, there's that. Yep, right alongside the stud, just touching it. Okay, and then I won't have to worry about the foam because these turn that way, and I'm going to be going straight. So this is the only place that it touched, was right here, and I left just a teeny bit of space. So it should be just right. So double check before I go further. Yep, just the right size. Okay. And I don't think this is long enough to go through the wall. It's about 7 inches thick here. Anyway, so yep, continue through the wall. Okay, better take a narrow bit and go through there to make a pilot hole on the far side. Yep, that's good. Okay, I gotta go through the bottom of that header. Okay. All right. Well, of course I should have put that on the other side. I'll have to open those up to get them in there. So that part's in place. I can put a downward piece on the outside to get it toward the ground, and then cover this with a covering. Oh, with that piece there, I need to leave it long enough for that. It's a little further out than I'd like, but I'm not going to cut more of the siding away. Well, that's cold. Okay, well, okay. I need to glue that in place and put a downward piece on that. So I used the heat gun to warm that up enough to adjust that angle so then it'll fit right alongside the door trim. Okay. And then I'll add clips along here later to hold it in place. And of course, glue that into place. Yeah, there's probably some other way to do it better. But that gives it some curve. That should get it to where I need to do. I'll trim it up. And it should fit in that wall area. I'm going to trim off just a little bit of that to clean that up. Okay. That opens that up and bends it out. Yeah, I'd like to have that sweep out a little bit more, but I don't think I can very well. Now I can cut that piece along the top, open it up so I can slide it into place up around that. So just like the previous one, I'm going to slit it along this edge so that I can slide it up over it, over the line set, and then screw it into the wall and have this piece catch onto there. It worked great on the other one. Okay, so I'll just continue cutting all the way down there till it's all loose. So I forgot about the trim. To get this up under there, I have to back it off enough to be able to get it under there. So I'm going to do something here because the back portion of it can still stay as long, but not the front. So I'm going to cut that a little bit, see what I can do with that. So I got this end sliced, so I'm hoping I can get it up there and then kind of snake it around after we get the whole thing through here. It should be, I think, easier than that one because it's shorter. I hope that's a plus. Oops. Okay. Okay. Bring it down into that space. Okay, so that's, so far, that has potential. Now, I think again, probably that end first. So oh, I used a wooden stick last time too. Okay, that's looking good. It's got my fingers and it's eating them. Okay, just a second. Okay. Hooray. Okay, now some screws. See if you can pinch that a bunch. Okay. Okay, now I'll pop that into place. Oh, I should probably heat up that end a little bit to let it bow out where the pipes are. Yeah, that looks good. And then push the bottom in there to kind of mold it around that. Whoa. To mold it around the condensate line. And kind of squeezing it top to bottom to bow it out a little bit and let it cool. Okay, it feels like that's cooled enough to hold its shape. Okay, it did. That looks good. Oh, I wonder if I could, oh, I bet I could. I could heat up this end and it would wrap that top edge so it'll hold it in place. Okay, that'll work. Hold, please. Let's see if I got it warm enough. I do. Okay. So it seems to work very well this way. So I need to measure a piece to go along this outside line set piece. And then the part where it comes through the wall, it's got this fitting. I'll cut that off so that it fits flush. And then it'll all go together. We'll go back into this space. And mount this bracket over here. Right there. All right. All right. That I'm much happier with than just the wires sitting there. That's just about it for now. So I still do need to cover the line set with the downspout piece, which is sitting there. I've got it measured. I'll have to wait for another nice day, or at least another not bad day.